So what's good, everybody? So I'm back with another YouTube video, and today I'm gonna show you 3 ways to make your melodies fuller. Contrary to popular belief, you don't have to add and stack a whole bunch of melodies to make something that sounds good, that stands on its own. Actually, if you have everything just super simple and super basic, everything will sound fuller. It's the little changes that make the big difference. So I'm gonna show you guys 3 different ways. They're just 3 references that I follow whenever I wanna make my melodies sound full and stand on their own. This is how you go about it. Okay, so I got a basic chord progression down. Nothing crazy. This is what it sounds like. Alright, so just to recap for ghost notes. Obviously, everybody knows about ghost notes. We hear it in all tons of videos. But if you're a beginner and you just clicked on this, I'm just going to take 1 minute to just explain ghost notes and the purpose of them. And for everybody that already does use ghost notes, I have on my website free scale helpers. All you have to do is just drag and drop. They have all the scales. And now for the beginners that are just watching this and they stumbled on this video, ghost notes basically give you a guideline, and anything that is light, like these notes right here, they sound good. They're in a certain scale. It's a certain combination of notes that sound good. Anything outside of that, like these darker cells, actually sounds bad and it doesn't go with the scale. Now I want to stress to you this: the 3rd and the 7th, which are these 2, which is the 2nd note and the 4th note in the chord, are the strongest notes. They're the ones that give the chord character. If I take those notes out, you'll notice a big difference in the chords. As you can see, they give the chords more character. My first gem, and the first thing that I normally like to do, is take those notes and put them an octave up. Usually I'll start with the 3 first because the 7 is already high. So I'll start with the 3, which is the middle note. And now let's hear the difference. Now I don't know about you guys, but for me, the melody is already laid out. So if I take this and I start adding like little notes here and there, the melody will sound a lot fuller. I'm just gonna copy these over because I have the melody over here, and then I'm gonna switch this little section over here. So as you can hear, the reason why I take that 3rd or that 7th is because it makes the melodies a lot easier for me personally. I'm gonna take these top notes over here and I'm gonna cut them and I'm gonna put them in a different VST. But I'm gonna play the chords first just so you can hear it. It's a different character. Now listen to it when I put the melody somewhere else. Second thing you can do is duplicate notes. Now, obviously we know about changing the bass notes, but you can also duplicate the chord in different octaves. So if I place this all the way up 2 octaves and then I lower the velocity, this is what it'll sound like. Now if I don't want all those high notes, I could just take some of the top off, and then boom, I have a good guideline right here. Now that I duplicated it, another thing I like to do is just go and start adding tons of notes. Because if it's empty, if it's like a dead space or empty space right there, I'll just duplicate the notes. And if you look at the spectrum, everything is filled. Now all I would have to do is just add that high melody just for, you know, the chorus part. And then that 808 is going to take up that low bass. Now the great thing about this is I don't have to do too much, because if I look at the frequency, all of this is occupied. So all I have to do is add the melody, that high notes, those high frequencies, and then maybe add an 808 or a synth bass. Now let's hear how that sounds together. The great thing about this is you already have that melody, those chords that stand alone, right? And then you have that high melody that is for like the chorus or even whatever parts you want, right? And then you have that synth bass or even 808s at the bottom to fill up that frequency. So all together, when you add them all together, they fill up the frequency, and then when the artist hears it, they have room to move. There's no crazy instruments, there's no crazy shit going on. Now the third and final thing you can do to spice up your chords and melodies and make them sound fuller is add halftime. Now the reason why I like using halftime is because it makes it feel like something is there, but it's not. All I have to do is switch between the sustain or the swell and the smooth option over here, and then just move the mix knob to increments of 25. So I'm gonna move it to 30, and then I'm just gonna go change this to sustain. Let's do it before and after. So as you can hear, that makes it sound a lot fuller. It's like a textured thing. If anybody knows me knows I'm really big on texture. So when we play those all together, this is what it sounds like. For those that don't have halftime, you can use gross speed and use the 1/2 speed preset and just change the time knob or the mix knob, and then you'll get the same effect. I only like halftime because it gives me a lot more freedom with the time settings. Now even after that, even if you cut the lows, you'll still be able to feel it. It'll feel fuller. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed these gems and apply it. I hope you guys learned something new. Definitely go pick up the kit and let me know down in the comment section down below what else you guys want to see, and subscribe so that way you can see the next video, because I already got the next video lined up. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.